Over the past few weeks, I asked my family members questions about Darling. In their own time, they sat down and was interviewed by me. The two questions were, 1. Their description about Darling, and 2. Their most memorable moment with her. Which was funny, thoughtful, and most of all very touching. I am Margot, one of Darling's granddaughters, and let us marvel and watch what the Morales family has said about Darling.
As the youngest grandchild of Darling, I felt like I was her baby boy. I feel like even though I'm growing older by the year, I'm still her cute little baby boy who she could squeeze, pinch, and kiss all the time. When our parents went on a trip abroad, our grandmother, Darling, invited us to her house where we would do this paint activity. We would paint our hands and place our hands on the wall. And on that moment, I felt the true love and concern that our Darling had for us.
I describe Darling as a very glamorous grandma, and she lives life on the edge. My favorite thing about Darling is that she gives you a lot of life lessons, and you get to learn from her wisdom. My favorite memory of Darling would have to be when a hobo ran after us when we went outside the mall in LA.
Funny moment with my Lola Darling. She always snores a lot of times, so loud and such a stroke. Yeah, very loud, so noisy. I can sleep that night.
Darling is a nice grandmother. She loves her grandchildren so much. And she smells like flowers every time. That's why my cat is Flower. When she sat beside me at the piano, then we had a jamming session. She smelled like a flower.
Darling is like the godfather. She's the facilitator, everything she says goes. Like the godfather, she's tough and hard, but she loves all of us equally. I remember in Blue Ridge, I used to ask her to play the piano every day because I loved hearing her play. She plays very beautifully and majestically, like it's like a parallel to her personality. She's beautiful and majestic.
I think Darling is a very strong and independent woman and is always willing to be of help to other people. Favorite memory with her? Both my 16th and 18th birthdays, she was the one who was part of the planning and organizing the whole event and making sure it was beautiful and that I would have a special night.
Darling isn't just a typical grandma. She's a friend, a listener, consultant, most of all, the best mom you can. I guess it's why everyone loves her, and maybe that's why a lot of people are here today. To have Darling exist in your life is such a great thing. I don't think I can live a day without her. Even though I live 8,200 miles away from her, every phone call I make with her makes it seem like she's just a car ride away. My most memorable moment was probably my high school graduation. She traveled all the way to Toronto. It's about 18 hours just to see me graduate. And the fact that my high school wasn't even a big one. She spent at least 2 weeks in Toronto and we traveled with her to New York. She's the most supportive person I've ever known, and that's why I love her so much.
Darling for me is like my mom. She takes care of me. She looks for me all of the times that I'm not here. Especially when I'm out or doing something, she always calls me. She supports me for whatever I do in life. Darling looks out for me when my mom's not here, and she helps me in my life whenever I'm down. She's there when I'm lonely. My most memorable moment with Darling when we were still in Blue Ridge. We were staying in her room. She was sleeping. Then all of a sudden, she woke up and told us, "Where's the nearest bathroom?" We were laughing because she was dreaming that she was in the airplane.
Darling is like a lion, beautiful, magnificent, and strong. She will take care of you until you're old enough to stand on your own feet. I had this funny moment with her when we were in Hong Kong and we were crossing the street. The red light was already blinking. I had to carry her because she had an ingrown on her right toe. Happy birthday, darling. I love you.
What I like about Darling is she's very organized, she's a quick thinker, and she likes the good things in life. All the houses that we lived in before, she really made it beautiful and a nice, comfortable place. And also, one more thing I like about her, she's very generous. Generous to me and my kids and even my grandson, which is already her great-grandson. I really appreciate her for that. The most memorable moment that I had with her was back in the, I think, early 90s or late 90s. We were in traffic and she removed her skirt because she said it was too tight. In the traffic, I was very, very sleepy, so I said, can we switch and I'm gonna be in the passenger side and you're gonna be driving. So when she got off the car, immediately her skirt fell in that street. So everyone saw her panty, and that's really funny.
For me, Darling is the most loving and caring mother-in-law and the best mother-in-law we would ever have. My fondest memory of Darling, we all know that Darling, once she sets her mind into something, she's gonna get it whatever it takes. And when we were in Seattle, she saw this lotus candle holder, and on the day of their departure to Manila, we had to go to the mall just so she could buy and bring that lotus candle holder to the Philippines. And up until now, she still has the lotus candle holder.
There's so many ways of describing my mom. I can say that she's kind, generous, has a golden heart. She's well loved by a lot of people. But to me, personally, she is my inspiration in life. I told her this before. You know, every day of my life, I strive to be the best father I can be to my kids because of all the love and support that I've got from her through all these years. And I won't be the man that I am right now without her. The fondest memory of my mom is when I was a kid. Used to love playing with her flabby arms, and to be honest, I just recently stopped about a couple of days ago.
She's a very intelligent woman, very glamorous. She loves all the things that has bling bling. She loves everything that sparks. When I was pregnant with Jello, I wasn't able to finish my college, so she told me that I have to finish my college. And then I've strived hard to study, even though I'm pregnant, and she helped me a lot. The time when I have to finish my thesis, and then we have an exam together in 1 week, and I have to read the book this thick, and I have to summarize it. I asked Darling, Ma, can you help me with one of my assignment? After 2 days, she finished the summary and she read the book already. The other thing is, I know Darling, she doesn't want to go to hospital. When the time I was hospitalized, she took care of me for 1 night. I told her to go home, but she did not. So that's very touching for me.
So my mom is a very meticulous woman. She wants perfection in everything that she does. All I can say is the one word that describes my mom is extravagance. Happy birthday. Hope you have more birthdays to come, more blessings and good health. Rest assured that I'm always around you, will help you, and will love you forever. I love you, Ma.
I am so lucky to have Mama as my mother-in-law. Very supportive, very helpful, always ready to come to our house, help us with whatever we need. What amazes me is that she can make simple things appear to be so beautiful and elegant. It was Mama who inspired me to make albums for my children. Before, when I used to stay in their house in Green Meadows or Blue Ridge, I would look at her albums, the albums that she made for her kids. That inspired me to make albums also for my children.
I would like to describe my mom in 3 words: strong, generous, and caring. My siblings and I grew up most of our life without a father. I couldn't imagine myself now raising 5 kids with different personalities without a partner. This she did by strong determination and conviction. She was our mom and at the same time our dad. Her generosity, I would say, is felt by most of us here. If she has the capacity, she will do anything to help out someone, whether by simply lending clothes, giving financial help, or giving her time. Caring, it's like loving. We all share our love to someone by different ways. I feel the love of my mom every day by her existence. Whether by her sending me and my immediate family food, flowers, or anything. It's just that the feeling of when your back is pushed way back to the wall, so to speak, you know she will be there to help.
There are many people who I have encountered in my life. Many of them have great personalities and achievements. Although they're worth to be looked up to, still the person that has inspired me the most is Mama, whom we all fondly call Darling. She's a very hardworking, independent, and selfless woman. Very thoughtful and very generous. As a single parent, she has given so much of herself to raise 6 children. She's a very strong woman who, no matter what trials and tribulations come across her path, she will always be there for her children and be the strong woman that she is. Mama has been there for me since day one. Without her, I would not be here. I love her so much.